Okay, I need to figure this out. I feel like I was close. Something was definitely happening. I gotta look. I do this. What happens if I do this? There's clearly something going on. So... Oops. Oh, cool. So I figured it out. Alright, now that I've done that... Okay. Oh crap. I think it was over here, wasn't it?
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking
I
exception.
think I already saw that. Yeah.
In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement. Native species always in the distance, but yet we don't have to do this to cover malfunction. One of our astronauts returned a brain from an astral view hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question.
Why don't I feel like that this is something big?
Minds lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed with the
Or why do I feel like that this is something that I may have to deal with? Because it looks like that's some kind of creature in the astral plane. So glad I dealt with that. Okay. You're being... Cause, there you go. You got taken over. And you're about to get taken over.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, astronaut, first class. And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal entanglement, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is...
Okay, I've already been here. Something back there. Oh, I wonder what this is. Okay. Sensory tank purpose. Darling here. Some of you were curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of Dr. Yoshimi Tokui, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently, his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, or so the reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Tokui's tapes for ourselves, plus there may be some stress-relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in the dark, enclosed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, feel free to stop by my office. You know where it is. Okay. Dr. Yoshimi Tokoi, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe. Due to his unusually swift rise to fame, along with the reports of vivid, redacted accompanying the use of his tapes, investigations sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Tokoi's background. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organization. However, the agents that attended a signing event reported redacted when hearing Dr. Tokoi speak. Alright. We recommend that the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Tokoi's voice and perform any and all relevant analysis. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next steps regarding Dr. Tokoi, as well as his eligibility for the Prime Candidate Program. Refer to file 7-42-9633 for full report. Man, this is creepy. crap. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a trick I want to do. Oh shit. That's not gonna work. There we go. Alright, research. I think it's over here. Okay, I think this is where it was. Did I activate the thing? Oh yeah, okay, there we go.
man here.
What do you require?
Weird.
This is nothing. The clocks? Now that's... What's weird?
Okay. Threshold, utility. Alright. Dr. Darling's recent penned essay titled Redacted contains some glaring omissions that I feel I must shine a light on. Firstly, the entire premise of the essay is that the quarry threshold is beneficial to the Bureau, while the mold is actively hostile, to use his words. We cannot determine the worth of these dimensions and their life forms using bureaucratic definitions. Secondly, the mold is much more beneficial than some rock. If the redacted creating the mold were reconfigured in their purpose, the structures they could build would rival the greatest skyscrapers. The mold's resistance to various strands of disease we've attempted to introduce could be derived into redacted. Yes, admittedly, this application is more difficult than picking up a rock and gluing it to the wall, but I pause to wonder when the Bureau lost its eagerness for the challenge. Refer to file 2-35-1863 for full report.
Heard about a bunch of clocks. Shut up.
I'll get back to more important.
So it doesn't say how much I need. Just a sample of each. Oh, crap. That sucks. Maybe for now I should probably just stick with the main mission. Yeah, I might as well do that. Alright, so let's go to missions. I think that was the last area I was able to collect. Oh, shit.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
Alright. Whoa. That was odd. What the fuck?
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as they were for me? Maybe in here, they were even harder.
Alright, Langston.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items.
I don't have time for
objects,
this.
Power and...
I was told Dylan Phayn was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Phayn?
You okay?
Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
So many cell breaches. I guess life's a breach. I'm funny.
Actually, let's talk to him for a second.
Is the TV back in its box yet? No rush or anything, it's just, you know, an ongoing concern.
Alright, working at the Bureau.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
Alright, rituals.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them.
Did he say
Flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
Alright, objects of power versus altered items.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
Alright, Trench.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
Alright, what's Langston's background?
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
That's funny.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
There we go.